10-year-old Ismail was living in this particular house here with family, very happy and possibly playing on these streets and the frontage of this compound. But things have turned ugly. And all these people you see here are not here to celebrate. Instead, they're here to mourn the untimely death of a child who was killed. These would be residents and neighbors and family members who are gathered. The burial itself will be happening on Thursday, but already people have been coming here to sympathize with the family members. Let me ask one or two people what they remember about this little child. Me kika tuna batun yaro, haka batun Ismail, me yake tuna batun shi?
Gaskiya ina tuna da batun shi gabana na yawan faduwa. Domin ba mu tsammani kaman haka ya samu wannan yaro ba. Kuma yaro na me bai ba da mutum girma ne, me ladabi ne. In ka gan shi kana wasa da shi ma yana mai free ne. Yaro na shi da mutanen guwan ga duka ba mai ganin laifin yaron nan. Shi dai yana wasa da kowa shi dai yana wasa da shi. Yaro nan dai ba mai rikici mai rigima akan gaba ne.
Ina kike sannan ka ji magana nan da ka ji magana na yayi miki?
Gaskiya ina nima aka kira ni, sister nan ga ta kira ni ta gaya mini ga abin da ke faruwa. To gaskiya kan da nayi na kai nan ma Allah kawai ya sani. Gaskiya da na ji rasuwan yaro nan gaskiya na firgita. Wallahi abin ya bani tsoro. Don ba musamman kaman yara biyun nan sun yi wannan abu cikin wannan minti gudan nan ba. Gaskiya abin ya bani mamaki.
Yara biyun nan kin san su?
Kwarai kuwa na san su. Hal shi gudan ma shi Nicholas nan ga a doke shi dai ga gida ne ni da shi. Don wani bi ma nan gano yana kasa mun gano ne. Don wani bi ma ya gane ni ma ko aiki yake ya bari ya gaishe ni she ya wuce. Ya gane ni kuma ko tafiya yake yi ya gani ya saya ya ce ma good morning ni da shi mu yi gaisuwa. Amma ranar da na zo na sauka loro na aka gaya min kamar Nicholas ni ce Nicholas da bai yin aka nan.
More dignitaries arriving. This would be officials from the Central Regional Police Command, accompanied by the Municipal Chief Executive and the Regional Minister. And they are arriving in this house where the family of the 10-year-old have been mourning and asking for the body of their relative to be released to them. And we do not know what the decision would be here, but the regional minister, who should be having a lot of authority in this jurisdiction, accompanied by the municipal chief executive of Iwutu Senya East and the divisional police commander, have actually arrived here to understand firsthand what the state of affairs is and how they can proceed with this particular issue. I believe it would be initial commiserations that we should be seeing here.
Hanye Central Region, Gan South. Nanso yese tua unyanko a na tua duem. Na ye nyina ye kambom na ye Ghana fo. Na ye president so sorry di dwuma bi a odi magana nyina. Nti se asem kese a eto yen wa hai. Eye Ghana nyina na asem na to yen. Na po Central Region so efa ye ho pa. Nti abusuafo ye wo ha wiabri a ya no na echesa oya okesi esu amursu Central Region fo ye no na esu
ba ye ba hu se mabo canopy afa nkonwa that's about obi ba mama ni so anom the regional minister so of the Cape Coast ba ojina mampanya na mu okura donation kakra bi di mamu se awoho a ye ba no mo fa nhwe na se mu no be cancer e wo so oye na odeboa. It
is a very somber mood and a very sad one too in the family home of little Ismail, the victim of that gruesome murder. This is the mother of that little boy, and to the other side is the father, and they are very distraught. The family has appointed someone who speaks for it in relation to this particular subject, and I'm going to speak to him now. The boys have been arrested. They were taken to court. What do you mean by justice? how do you want to see justice served?
Number one, justice begins with us getting our boy to bury in line with Islamic tradition. We are Muslims, and it is very painful. The expectation is that once a Muslim dies, within the shortest possible time, the fellow is buried in line with its stated Islamic traditions. And so that is our major pain at the moment. So justice will begin when we get our body. Yes, we are aware. We are not oblivious of the fact that there is due process that must be followed. We are not oblivious of the fact that the Ghana Police Service, especially the CID, would want to investigate and get to the bottom of the matter before disposing any issue of matter of evidential value. But we want them to expedite action and ensure that as early as possible. If we get Ishmael today, whilst we are sad, we will still be happy that we have our boy to bury. That's one. Number two, justice will mean that the full rigors of the law is implemented to the latter, or to the letter, if you like, and the young men, I don't know if I call them men or boys, who committed this heinous crime are brought to book. The stiffest punishment should be given them, not just because of them. It is also to serve a deterrent to other young men or other persons who may be hazarding or, if you like, planning to do commit such a crime.
We can only say Inna Lillahi wa Inna Ilaihi Raji'un.
Absolutely.
And we wish you, the family, to all the best as you mourn these trying times. So that's a family spokesperson of little Ishmael. But let's attempt to re-establish the story for you. What resulted, how the act was committed according to the accounts, various accounts that have been put together, and where did the killing rather occur. Let's retrace some of these steps. For the regional minister-led entourage is done with paying respect to the family and commiserating with them, and they are emerging from the house. The entourage is now walking towards the scene, or the crime scene as it is, which is a few meters, barely 50 meters from this house. The occupant of this place, we're told, has fled from this particular community. He's a father of one of the teenagers who allegedly murdered their friend. It's an uncompleted building, and inside through the window, the implements that they used are still visible. Now, according to the information that community members have shared with us, these blocks or boulders were part of what they used to attack their friend. And after that, dug the hole with the shovel that you see there with the help of another pickaxe, and buried the 10-year-old in this particular grave that they created. Other accounts suggest that before the attack or before the burial, they had waylaid him after luring him here and striking him with that stick. So this particular stick was the first implement of attack. And the information is that this particular child was lured, and his house is just 100 meters away or less from this scene. He was lured in here, was struck with this stick, was held into that uncompleted building by these two teenagers who beat him for dead, dug a hole, buried him. What is your comment as a regional minister, having heard what happened in this house?
Thank you very much. It's quite unfortunate to have a situation like this where our own young children, 16, 17, can take somebody's life. In fact, it's so mind-boggling. Can't just understand the motive behind what they did, even the courage they got to do what they did. Very unfortunate. For Kasoa, we all know there are so many things happening, but we are also appealing to the general public to be security conscious. Should know that we are in trying times and we need to be careful.
The family members want their body released to them. How soon can they have that?
I promise them that they're going to have it tomorrow so that they can have a befitting burial for him on Friday.
Most of the happenings are not within the jurisdiction of Kasoa. Just that by the mere reason that Kasoa has gained notoriety in the past and that it is a nodal town, and because of the markets that it is associated with, so that therefore people are easily capable of identifying, or if you like, giving a relative kind of location that, oh, this place near Kasoa, you can hear Kasoa Adewuka. And Adewuka is very far away from Kasoa, about 15 kilometers from Kasoa, but they say Kasoa Adewuka. So this is how we find ourselves. But then within the boundaries of Kasoa, security is very, very much under control.
So this particular incident, the killing of this child, although it's an unusual homicide, is not within your jurisdiction?
At all. This is Gan South.
Gan South Municipality, so Greater Accra.
This is Greater Accra. This is Gan South Municipality. However, I've realized that Kasoa has been associated with the murder, and it is properly so because it is easier that way. And Kasoa sells in the bad news. And so I am here on compassionate grounds. The regional minister has also come on grounds of compassion. Indeed, the children, even though they are above the criminal liability age of 12, which is the statutory law of Ghana, however, they are not, I'm not sure that on their own they'll be able to form such a wicked menstrual of killing one of their own, especially when they play together. There must be somebody behind. And because crimes like this, it can be cross-jurisdictional, and that it could even be that the person who is encouraging or who encouraged them is living within my jurisdiction.
Many people are blaming the activities of ritualists in your enclave. Do you know anything about that? What do you say to that? People who promise you money because they're going to do some ritual of a sort to you.
I must say that there's no billboard for any ritual within my municipality.
Really?
I can say that on authority. It could be that you may have seen a poster somewhere, which may not be obvious. That is why I cannot say on authority that there's none. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no billboard that promises rituals for money or rituals for some kind of breakthrough. Such activities happen in the periphery. My municipality is a one-town municipality. Kasoa has no big village. We are a one-town municipality. But they are occasioned outside Kasoa. So usually when they are doing their adverts, they say that maybe Kasoa Papase. But Papase is not part of Kasoa, really. Kasoa Budumbura, Kasoa Millennium City, Kasoa Kukrobite, no, it's not part of Kasoa.
Well, this is a Citi Newsroom coverage exploring Kasoa, and we've deployed here